whole thing. So, and all of a sudden, you know.
And the starting lineups have concluded. So just sit right back and relax. We'll be back in just a moment. Welcome, everyone. It's time for NBA action, coming to you live on this Saturday night. In this game, we'll see the Sacramento Kings against the Brooklyn Nets at Barclays Center. Welcome, everyone, to the broadcast table. Chris Webber to my right, Greg Anthony to my left. I'm Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge on our sideline. And let's check out a breakdown, looking at some stats for Irving.
He's been playing a much bigger role in their offense over the past. On up during that stretch. We'll see if they continue to lean on him here tonight.
And as things get ready to roll, let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's on the sideline. David?
Well, Kyrie Irving rediscovered his maternal lineage with the White Mountain family of the Standing Rock Sioux tribe. He lost his mother at a young age, and by connecting with her roots, he's found a piece of himself. The tribe gave him the name Little Mountain. Kevin?
Great story, D.A. Thank you. Great rebounding teams tonight here, Chris. You averaged 13 rebounds a game one season. A lot of seasons like that, actually. What's the key to controlling the glass the right way?
You know what? It's just two things. Desire and effort. You can go with the techniques of boxing out. You can go with the techniques of face guarding. You can communicate. You can do a lot of things. But when it comes down to it, a lot of times it's who just wants that ball more.
I love that. Desire and effort. That's a good answer. Now Sacramento starting five. Barnes and Bagley, the duo with the forward. Fox is out there with the prophet, and it's Holmes in at the center, blocking down the middle. And for the Nets, Jordan is out there with Allen, and it's Durant, and it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Forbes in at the 2. Fox against Irving. Fox, no good. And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Nets. From 15 feet away, and the shot goes in.
When you see Irving pull up, you just assume he's sinking it. I mean, he's excellent at shooting off the dribble.
Fox passes to Holmes. To the inside. Barnes lays it up and banks it in.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once again, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
Irving against Fox. Irving kicks to K.D. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
And at this point, there simply is no doubt that Kevin Durant is one of the great shooters to ever play the game. The only question is just where on the all-time list will he land when we talk about the unstoppable scorer.
Shooting 2. And he makes the first. And with Durant, perhaps the most amazing part, he can have quiet nights, Greg, of 30-plus points.
Kevin, his scores are just so easy for him that you forget you aren't supposed to see 7-foot sharpshooters doing it. He can score from anywhere in any fashion and can hold his own with any player in history in terms of how unguardable he is.
Well, the Kings decided to move on
from the field so far today. The prophet passes to Bagley. And he banks in the layup.
Was that a guard or a big? What a dime from Bagley. He continues to develop his vision.
The Nets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Fox against Irving. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Durant against Barnes. Outside Irving. Pocket 4. Takes the 3. Jordan trying to free himself up. Offensive rebound. Misses from short range. The Kings leading. That's a 2 from Barnes. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, that's because he's getting his number called early. I mean, he's doing his part to help carry the offensive load.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs a big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
Brooklyn's gone 0-2 from deep here. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
It's tipped. And now the Kings, fast break. Fox leading the charge, and that one good.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot-up 3. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor. And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now we get a chance to view the NBA's best setup man. Look at the Prophet, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
It's hard to argue with his status as the best passer in the NBA right now. He just distributes the ball so well.
Here is Forbes. Passes it to Irving. That one, no good. Good work defensively by Fox.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
He gets it in there.
It's good seeing Fox work his magic down there, looking unafraid, even though he's not the biggest of guys.
Irving looking over the floor. Pass to Forbes. K.D. on the wing. 5 on the clock. Good D by Barnes. Kings leading now by 5. Loud pass to Bagley. Well placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
No hesitation at all on the alley-oop. Saw his teammate with a path to the hoop, and bang, lobbed it right up there for him to finish.
And he was ready for it when he elevated and made the catch. Here is Forbes. Marvin Bagley picking up that last basket. The Nets working the ball around now. He's hit again. Rebound by the Kings.
Got to give him credit for his confidence. I mean, he hasn't hit a single shot this quarter, but he still keeps firing.
Fox, no good. Nets trail by 7. Here is Forbes. To the middle. Here's Jordan. And it's Jordan with the jam.
And that's what Jordan does best. An extremely lethal dunker.
Moving against Fox. He made that one. Basket number 3 for him. He's also missed 2.
His offensive skill set is off the charts. He has more than a few ways to punish him.
Now, here is Irving. 29 points for him last game against the Hornets in Charlotte. He kicks to Allen. The dish to Forbes. Just 5 to shoot. It's hauled in by the Kings. The Prophet's got his 5th rebound in this one. Inside, here's Bagley. Draws contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
And when you watch him Chris around the rim and in the paint, it almost seems like Marvin Bagley is playing on a pogo stick.
Oh, yeah, it's his ability to jump and then immediately jump again. Reminds me a lot of Sean Marion. Players like that are so hard to keep off the offensive glass, and Bagley is no exception.
The Nets making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. That's good from Bagley. Chris, when it comes to playing alongside another big guy, I'm sure you have to think of ways to complement each other. Not just him, but it's got to be a two-way street.
Yeah, but it starts with chemistry. It starts with friendship. It starts with wanting to win. And I played with 2 big guys that come to mind that made me better. Juwan Howard there in Washington, just looking at him throwing the hoop. I would miss 2-3 shots in a row, and we'd look and he'd say, "I'll get you an easy one, big fella." And I would do the same thing to him. We're playing with a guy like Vlade that would say, "Hey, wait a minute. Vivi or Peja didn't get a shot. Set a screen for them." And he would pass it to them. And then the next play say, "Now it's your turn. You're open," because they're going to go over there to those guys. We already tricked the defense ahead. So guys that are smart, guys that can pass, and also guys that can say, "Hey, man, you look a little tired. Let's switch. I'll check Shaq's play."
Here's the Prophet. What a difference maker he's been for him. He's averaging more than 34 points a game. Hard to believe. Last outing for the Nets. They won that game against the Hornets in Charlotte.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Nowadays, the 3-point shot is huge. They were fired from outside.
Now, here's Dinwiddie. He picked up 12 points in their last win against the Hornets in Charlotte. Durant for 3. That one's not going to go. Now, Sacramento takes it the other way. Coming into this, having notched a win against the Rockets in their last game.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
Yeah, the offense looked cohesive last night. Whatever challenge the opposition presented, they answered with confidence.
Dinwiddie with it. He's still scoreless so far in this one. Pass to Allen. Kicks to Forbes. Tries from 16, and it's good. 2 points. Forbes has got his second basket of the night.
Well, I'm surprised that D isn't respecting his mid-range game more. They ought to be. I bet you they will be soon.
So the Kings called timeout. They're first.
And a one-year player at Texas, Jared Allen came into the league as a bit of a project. He's got ample playing time.
And Greg, safe to say, Allen's defense is ahead of his offense.
Yeah, but his mobility and leaping ability serve him well as a finisher, providing that vertical spacing teams like to have inside.
And that one falls for Irving.
And the handles Irving possesses, I mean, unreal. The great Isaiah Thomas, Hall of Famer Isaiah Thomas, told me Irving might have the best handles he's ever seen.
Durant and Grant make up the forwards. That's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Allen. And it's Forbes in at the 2. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Fox looking it over. Over Prince. Fox, no good.
They haven't needed him as much as I thought they would.
Here is Forbes. Guarded by Fox. Allen, that's good.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Kings leading now by 3. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Out to the right wing. Bagley finds Fox. With some arc, and he lays it up and in. Fox has got 8.
To deal with the bigger defenders in the NBA, Fox had to learn the floater. I mean, as you can see, he learned it pretty well.
It's the Nets now. After this game wraps up, they're off to Atlanta where they'll take on the Hawks. And that'll be the first of a 2-game road trip for them. Here's Irving. It's deflected. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Alden.
Well, Kevin, Kenny Atkinson, who's a native of Long Island, now has his dream job, coaching the Brooklyn Nets. He doesn't need praise or recognition. Instead, he's fueled by the fear of failure. He says, I always feel like I'm one banana peel away from never being in the NBA again. Kevin, he's got his team playing with that same determination.
David, he sure does. Thank you very much. To the paint. And Borch kicks to Irving. Nets passing it around. Here's the floater. That shot no good. So the Kings will take it the other way. They've led by as much as 10. Up top, Fox. Covered by Irving. Hold. And it's sent back by Allen. Got a piece of it. Here's the Prophet. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic dunk.
Oh, yeah, bang, bang. An impressive sequence that has them fired up.
Here is Forbes. 5 points in the game. Fox with it. Guarded now by Irving. And Fox with a clear path to the basket. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And there's the call. Brooklyn the foul.
Outstanding at knifing into the paint. I love how assertive Fox is. I mean, he forces the D to act.
And what just drops your jaw, Chris, with Fox is just how quick he gets up and down the floor.
Yeah, he's an absolute bullet once he gets out in transition. A good amount of his points come from just beating everyone else down the floor when he pushes the tempo.
And the first one drops. Chris, you have been passionate about honoring those who blazed the trail for today's NBA, like the Globetrotters and the Wrens, in the days before integration.
Yeah. I mean, you think about what they've gone through off the court and on the court, and anyone, regardless of color, nationalities, just paving the way for me as a basketball player. I want to say thank you. Let's just think about what Red Auerbach. The first African-American player coach in Bill Russell, who won the championship that year, and leaving him a good team. And if you look at organizations like the Black Fives who bringing awareness to the games, and you just want to understand your legacy culturally, and that's why I have to, every time I see Mr. Bill Russell, Big O, or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, I give them a big hug and a wet kiss on the cheek, because I just thank them for not only advancing the movement in sports, but culturally. Sports has always sent a message to the culture and society about how teammates work together and how you can overcome a problem by working together. And so I really thank them for enduring all of the hardships that they did so that we can reap the benefits. So it's been awesome to be part of the league and be able to shake hands with those that have blazed trails for us.
That is so admirable on your part. Irving against Fox. Allen up top. It's Prince on the wing. And the Nets miss again.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
No, because he's gone dead silent in this arena. What a fantastic performance here on the road.
Irving against Fox. Now, here is Irving. He's guarded closely. K.D. looking around. Just 5 on the clock. No good, and they can't put an end to this drought. Kings leading now by 15. Here's Barnes. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Come on, kid. That's just Barnes showing off right now. Do you realize the strength it required to convert that
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Prince.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
Nets trail by 18. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And here's a look at some of the most multi-dimensional players in the NBA. Not only can they pass, they can fill it up. The highest scoring point guards this season. Kyrie Irving is second.
Well, this is a collection of maybe the most well-rounded players in our league. I mean, to see those kinds of scoring numbers from the point guard position is crazy.
Yeah, Greg. These guys aren't there just to run the offense for the teams anymore. They are the offense. They can light it up.
Here's the Prophet. The fadeaway. And it hung on the rim, but wouldn't fall for him. Here is Forbes. Count it.
I love seeing that kind of unselfishness. Irving is proven to be a sensational teammate.
And here now the Kings. They're on a 15-3 run right now. Here's the Prophet. He's got 6. Back to Fox. Plays it up off the glass. Fox has got 16 points.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Nets trail by 17. Outside Irving. And the pass to K.D. Over Barnes. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. Durant's got his second basket.
He's standing at almost 7 feet tall. With that kind of skill, that kind of height, athleticism, his mid-range jumper, it'll always be there for Durant.
Here's the Prophet. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Jared Allen.
Yeah, good job to take it right at Steve.
All players look for an edge, Chris. For example, certain guys are just so deceptive with the ball in their hands. I mean, you're always looking for whatever can give you that advantage.
Two of the best players, and people can complain as much as they want, but Harden getting to the line is genius because he knows how you're guarding him, and basically you got to stay away from him to guard him because he's so skilled. And by the way, Curry does the same thing, and Curry, one of the smaller players in the league, but always finding a way to take the contact, take the bump, but to get the scoring up. And I think as a fan for me, I know as a fan for me, it's fun watching the cat and mouse game between the offensive player and the defender, seeing who can get the best of each other while involving the ref.
Well, they just control their bodies so well. They know exactly what they need to do to get that call.
And it's all on the spur of the moment. I mean, this is
right.
all on the fly. Such genius to watch play.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for Brooklyn. Trailing by 19. They get a hand on it. And now Sacramento on the break. Here's Bagley. And the Kings check it. Seconds. Here is Forbes. 7 points in the game. Fox with it. He's picked up by Irving. And another fast break for Sacramento. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
He's got the smarts to take advantage of over-aggressive defense. I mean, Bagley doing work inside to earn a trip to the line.
The Kings haven't made a mistake at the line yet. 10 of 10.
And really, the form at the line all season has been terrific. 79% as a team.
And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, well, not many players were sought after as much as Bagley when he was coming out of high school. I mean, just about every big-time college had him on their radar.
Dinwiddie is checked in for the Nets. The Nets have gone 6 of 14 shooting here in the second. Pass to Durant. Offensive struggles continue. Missing again.
Yeah, they showed effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 40% since the beginning of the second quarter. 4. And again, it's the Nets missing.
And you don't want to give up that.
Passes to Bagley. And good that time.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
He's got his 4th free throw of the game.
And on the season, only shooting around 73%, so not necessarily where he'd like to be.
Musa, he's checked in for Bryn Forbes. And then for Sacramento, Jabari Parker's checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Bogdan Bogdanovic comes in for Harrison Barnes. And Hield subbed in for Fox. Now, Dinwiddie, 5 points in the game. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Pass to K.D. From deep 3-point range. Rebound by Parker. Parker's got 5 rebounds tonight.
And another miss. He's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. He's done a lot for his shooting percentage.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Dinwiddie taking 2 shots.
That one is off. Davis is checked in for Brooklyn. He hits the second from the line.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
Sacramento's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. It's Bogdanovic on the wing. Now the pass to the problem. Parker outside. Here's the 3. And another 3 for Sacramento.
He's finally coming around, trying to make up for that goose egg he put up in the first quarter.
1:44 left here in the second. The Nets shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Dinwiddie outside. K.D., that's for 2. They get it again.
He makes so many hustle plays, and here he's working the offensive glass from the tip line.
Sacramento's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. Hield the pass to the problem. Rebound, Brooklyn.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
Pass to Musa. Launches a 3. Bagley with the rebound. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking, and more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend. Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy. even with a comfortable lead.
Dinwiddie dishes to Jordan. And here is Durant. 6 points for him. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
The first free throw is good. And so it's Sacramento out there all by themselves with a 30.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Harrison, shots definitely falling in the first half. How did you guys get it going?
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is right here. Say hey to the folks, Kenny.
Hey, folks.
Say hey to the folks, Shaq.
Hey, folks.
Hey, let's get this party started. De'Aaron Fox was on fire in the first half. He had 18 points, 4 steals, and 1 block. What'd you think about Sacramento, Kenny?
Boy, it was rough down there in the paint, and they were just dominant, taking it to the rack. But that's what you have to be willing to do. Take the action to the heart of the competition without any fear. That's why this is already a blowout.
And over to the big fella. Your thoughts on the Nets?
Well, they're obviously facing a hot shooting team tonight. That combined with a lackluster effort on defense, a recipe for disaster. Without major improvements defensively, this game is OVA. Over.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go over there.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in a second. It's been one outstanding game from De'Aaron Fox.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, slicing through the gaps in the defense. I mean, getting many of his buckets in the paint.
Starting off the second half, here's Luke Walton's 5. Barnes and Bagley, the duo with the forward. Prophet is out there with De'Aaron Fox. And it's Holmes in at the 5.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
It's the Nets now. Now, here is Irving. Passes to Forbes. The 15-footer, good. Forbes has got 9. Forbes has gotten 4 of his 7 shots to go. Here's the Prophet. It falls for his 5th field goal of the night. Now shooting 5 for 8.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
And the Nets shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. And stolen by Barnes. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Second half just getting started. About a minute played. Fox against Irving. Here's K.D. Bagley with the rebound.
It's the look he wants and still no luck. Tough night for him.
Lobbed up there for Barnes. Stolen by Durant. And here are the Nets. Third quarter of basketball, about a minute and a half in. Shot clock at 6. From deep. Brooklyn gets it back with the new shot clock at 14. But they recover it. Persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Durant's got his 3rd bucket of the night. Irving against Fox. Pass to Holmes. Back to Fox. Lets it go from 14. Again, Sacramento.
Well, I like the imagination Fox brings to the court every game. He just finds a way to get himself going.
Down low, here's Forbes. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. 11 points in the game.
And you know, he's enjoyed the kind of day you expect in terms of shooting the basketball. He can bring them right back into this game.
The Prophet passes to Barnes. Over Durant. Doesn't go that time. And Brooklyn will now go the other way with it. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. On the wing, Irving. Guarded by Fox. Forbes has got 13 points.
Quality play. I mean, Irving with the nice setup. I mean, something he's been working on to do more the last couple of years.
Offensive rebound. And it's blocked by Jordan. And so it looks like the Kings will retain possession here. Here's the Prophet. He's got 13. Clock at 6. He feeds it to Bagley. Well, it was only a matter of time, but they finally get the bucket.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets. Outside Jordan. A little under 2.5 minutes off the clock now here in the third. Bagley with the block.
They need that kind of defensive impact from Bagley. I mean, he's using his size and length to force opponents to be aware of him at that end of the floor.
A second chance effort, and he drops that one in.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Oh, it's simple. When you fail to put a body on someone, you're inviting a breakdown on the defensive glass.
Irving against Fox. Irving kicks to Durant. They double team K.D. Allen outside. At the top of the key, Forbes. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. Holmes got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's the Prophet. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. 15 points in the game.
Oh, and look what this fella can do.
The Nets have gone 4 of 9 from the floor so far in the third. And stolen by Barnes. Oh, and here comes Barnes all alone. And Fox gets it to go.
Well, there you go. One team operating on all cylinders at both ends. Steals, fast break buckets, and the other team in scramble mode.
The Nets shooting around 44% in this third quarter. Here's Forbes. Bagley with the block. And he recovers it. And that one drops for him.
Oh, he's got it rolling this quarter, taking it on himself to guide their offense.
The Kings have gone 8 of 12 from the field since the beginning of the third. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
Sacramento with the ball. Here's Holmes. The shot that time, not on target. Great D that time from Jordan. Fox against Irving. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. To the middle, and stolen by Jordan. Here is Forbes, covered by Barnes. And Brooklyn turns it over again. And let's see what the Nets have coming up. On Tuesday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Atlanta Hawks. Then on Wednesday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for that Thunder game, This is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Barnes against Durant. A floater. And there's the nice layup by Barnes. Barnes has got 13 points.
A reliable score. Did you see that? Barnes is superb at getting good position and going to work from there.
For Brooklyn, they've gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime. 5 out of 11. Here's Forbes. Bagley with the block. Moving against Fox to the inside. Bagley, and finished off by Bagley.
Flashing that exciting potential. The next step for Bagley becomes making games like this more frequent moving forward.
Irving against Fox. Poked away. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
And a moment here to check out the numbers for Kyrie Irving. 4th in scoring, and he's a defensive ball hawk. You can't let your guard down. Remember, he's 10th in the league in steals per game.
And as you said, one of the NBA's most potent scorers. Always up to the challenge. His top 5 ranking has him right there with the elite. Timeout called by the Kings. Brooklyn making some changes. Torian Prince. And the Kings shooting 61%, showing all the indications of an offense that is locked in. They've got Davis. Kyrie Irving is out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Durant. And it's Jordan in at the 5 down low. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. The net shooting has been a little ragged, just 38% from the field. The wide open look for Durant. Offensive rebound, Nets. And there's the feed to Irving. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
He's going to get it done all over the floor, outside, inside, mid-range. Irving's their man.
Here's the Prophet. It's rebounded by Durant. And Chris, underclassmen entering the draft, they can now hire agents, get help attending workout, and still retain their eligibility. Do you like that move?
I love the move, Kevin. You know what it does? It helps less to fall by the wayside. So you come out of college, you don't know how good you are. You don't, it's based off ego, how hard you work. Family and friends telling you, go, get the money, but what's your testing ground? You don't know. You don't have a full context. So I love the fact that it lets you go out there and see. And if you have any trepidation, go back to school. You got another year. So, yes, I love this move.
Excellent. See that, excellent.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for them, and they can use every one of
them. First one falls for. That one is no good. Brooklyn making some changes. Now he's jacked in for Davis. David Mwaba comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Rodions Kurucs in for Dinwiddie. Irving passes to Kurucs. And the basket is good.
And that's exactly what they're going for on that shot.
And here's Hield. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings. When this game is done, they'll be off to Miami to take on the Heat. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip.
Oh, no doubt that Buddy Hield can shoot with the best of. But it's encouraging watching him share the wealth as well.
About a minute and a half into the fourth quarter now. Hield against Irving. The pass to Karuch. Lets it go from deep. Here's Jordan, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
One thing never changes in the NBA. Jordan will always be there among the top offensive rebounders in the league.
Irving against Hield. The 10-footer. Nice touch on the bank shot. And that's now 19 points for the Prophet.
Well, he's been doing it all night. Why not go back to him?
Oh, exactly. Give it to the guy with the hot hand as long as you can. Let him try to close this out.
Brooklyn's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Here's Karuch. Pass to Irving. Two-time NBA champion Michael Thompson says the arm muscles, Chris, on today's players don't measure up with what they used to be. Is that even important?
You know what? He's right, but I don't know how important that is unless, you just want to bring the gun show to the games and then pull out the arms and the curls and say, check out these muscles. But I think, it's a lot different. And make no mistake, even though that is a true comment, the players of today are much more athletic than his day and my day. And I think that's because of technology. They understand core strength. They understand dieting. They understand reps. So many, they're privy to so much information that we didn't have. But yeah, no more curls. It doesn't seem like there are any more Karl Malone 24-inch pythons out there in any of these games. Well, no hesitation to get it to the rim. He uses his height advantage to convert the easy one.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Musa's checked in, and the Kings also making a change. Myleague's checked in.
One shot.
For 9 from the field in the final quarter so far. Hield against Irving. Over Hield. Irving can't hit. The Kings have gone 4 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Here's the Prophet. Good from the moment it left his hand. That makes him 10 for 14. Irving with the ball. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. That misses off the backboard.
His interior scoring is one of the things that drives their offense. Don't expect him to miss many of those.
Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Yeah, right now it feels like they can't miss. We'll see how long they can make this last.
Here's Musa. Passes it to Irving. Will it go? Basket good. Irving's got 4 points in the quarter.
You better respect the sensational ball handling from Irving. I mean, phenomenal slashing for defenses.
Pass to Soto. Hield against Irving. Hield the pass to the Prophet. And here is Bielitsa. Offensive rebound. Inside, here's Baxter. Shoots over Powell. Second chance shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
That's his second personal foul.
With the G League growing by leaps and bounds, one is now being brought to Mexico City, Chris.
I mean, first of all, let's go back to last season. Did you see how crazy those fans were in Jurassic Park in Toronto?
Yeah, they love it.
Can you imagine Mexico? Oh my God, this would be great. Mexico City, yeah. Let's bring everyone in, all the fans in. And what I really love is that it's for the home fan base. So when I think of the Toronto Raptors, I think about the city of Toronto. I think about Canada and how it's theirs. And even though we're one league, that team is theirs, and they take that pride on, and it just brings so much more excitement. Imagine all the people in Mexico City being excited for their team. Oh, I want to be at one of the first games when that happens because I know the crowd is going to be sick. It's going to be crazy. I want to be there.
Pressuring the ball and making a play that created the opportunity.
I mean, it all starts on the defensive end. When you're active and willing to gamble a little bit, the payoff can be big.
Irving attacking. That shot misses. Now Sacramento takes it the other way. Healed outside. Down low. Here's the Prophet. The dunk and the foul. A powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Now that's team basketball. Bielitsa doing a nice job getting the ball to the open bench.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
The Nets have gone 6 of 13, so just about 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Musa with the bucket.
That's just the product of good pass work. I mean, nice team basketball right there.
Kings have gotten exactly 2/3 of their shots to find the bottom of the net here in the fourth. 8 of 12. Shot by Hill, nobody around. Hits the three-point bomb.
And Hill is ready to shoot as soon as he gets the pass. The D can't afford to play off of.
Here's Karuch. There's the pass to Musa. And it goes down 2 points. Musa's got 4 this quarter.
Oh, you have to appreciate the ball moving and the commitment to getting a high percentage look.
And for the Kings, they're shooting extremely well. 62% on the night to this point. It's Bielitsa and another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Chris, when Bielitsa is on the floor, he certainly gives this offense a different look.
Yeah, Bielitsa does a fantastic job spreading the floor and opening the lanes for the rest of the team. He doesn't have to play 30 minutes to make his impact felt out there on the floor. Just key stretches to free things up.
Floor spacing, Chris, now so big in the NBA. And big men have the room to put up some unbelievable numbers.
Oh, man, look at Lopez out there in Bucks land. I mean, look what he's doing in Milwaukee, just shooting threes from deep. To say you got to go to Embiid or Zingis, and we already seen what the great Dirk Nowitzki has done through his career spacing the floor. Look, it adds time onto your career because you don't have to just go down there and bang and be one-dimensional in the paint. It makes your teammates better because now you're spacing the floor, which gives them room to drive. And if you're really working on your game, you can really make your teammates better because now you have more passing lanes because you're further away from the basket. So as any post player knows, it's a blessing to be surrounded by great shooters, and now big men, they got a little more room out there.
Now the Kings with it. Passes it to Soto. Here's the Prophet. Good ball movement here by the Kings. Bielitsa misses.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoiding fouling and got in the perfect position to alter the shot.
Here's Claxton. Got it. Good job in the low post. Claxton's got his first bucket of the night. And it's the Kings with the ball. And the official signals a backcourt violation. Not very careful there. Here's Musa. And with a younger generation of fans cutting the cord, Adam Silver has talked about ways, Chris, to make the games, the NBA games, more accessible.
Yeah, and as a guy, Kevin, that played on the West Coast, I know many people aren't happy with this idea, but I say move the games up an hour. Move it to 6 o'clock so that I could watch LeBron on the West Coast when I'm living on the East Coast and be to bed by a normal time where kids can stay up. But how about the streaming? I mean, you can watch it on your phone. It's so many better in different ways now. I mean, before, if you were traveling, you could never watch a game because you had to be by a TV set stuck into a wall. Now, that's your phone, your pads, and everything else. So I love the game. It's becoming more global because of the expansion and how we've gotten players out there in front of fans. And now, with the access that fans have through some type of mobile device, I just love it. I love it.
And the first one at the line is good. He's perfect from the line this time. Here's Karuch. Pass to Claxton. Back to Karuch. From 12 feet out, and he nails the jumper.
It's all about the tail of the tape right there. I mean, his size advantage makes that jump shot easy pickings.
Got a hand on it. Here's Musa. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Musa's got 7 points for the quarter.
Well, they'll take that. They got to find a better shot than that on their next trip.
And the NBA2K League, C-Web, the first e-sport operated by a U.S. pro sport. And it's quickly growing. Do you throw down on the sticks?
Yeah, just a little announcement to all the GMs in the 2K League. I am available. I'm a free agent. I'm ready to go. Nice on the sticks. I can play career mode, team mode, one-on-one mode. Whatever you need from me, I am ready to go. But I love it, man. It's great to see people who love this game, whether it's virtual or real life. It's hoops, baby.
So much fun. To the left wing. Shot clock at 5. The Nets need to get a shot off here. Powell for 3. Shot clock reset for the Nets. Claxton no good. The Kings shooting a tremendous 61% from the floor, hitting on all cylinders. Here's the Prophet, and wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Sacramento with the ball. Pass to Bielitsa. Out to the wing. 5 to shoot. Here's Baxter. No good on the 3.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Schwaba passes to Karuch. Powell with it. Here's Claxton. Rebound by the Kings. Here's the Prophet. The pass to Baxter. Here's the Prophet. Guarded by Powell. The other day, Chris, I heard Commissioner Adam Silver talking about that it strikes him sometimes how isolated players can be with cell phones and headphones, and those things wouldn't help that. Is it something that you've noticed or that you're concerned about?
I mean, with my nephews and nieces and kids walking across the country.
And so it's Sacramento easily grabbing this one. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Jabari, looks like you're getting back in stride, and you have certainly had adversity with the knee injuries the last few years. How have you been able to battle through them?
It's been tough, to tell you the truth, but you know, the race is not won to the swift, but the one to endure. So I'm trying to keep that motive.
You have certainly endured and thrived, Jabari. Thanks for your time. Kevin, back to you.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.